Welcome back to Night of the Living Dead. We're doing Scene 2, and I have to say thank you so much for all your subscriptions, your likes, and your comments. I really appreciate it. It really helps out my channel, and lets me do much more content, which I'm trying to do this year, 2022. We're going to see what we can get through. Alright, up first, of course, is our characters. We've got 3 fatties, a breaker out here. We're okay, I think. We do have some better equipment now, but I think we need even more better equipment. So what we're going to start off with, we're going to start off with Tom. Tom has the flammable fluid and a flaming torch, but that's it. So actually I've just switched my thought train here. We're going to take Judy, and Judy's going to go first, because what we want to do, she's got the Winchester, she also has a flaming torch. She's going to move one space up here, do an exchange with Tom, which means she's going to go ahead and grab the flammable fluid. She already has the mason jars, so she's going to dump the flammable fluid and the mason jars, and when you do that, you can get a lovely Molotov cocktail, which is a 1-to-1 range only, and any spawn zone that gets bombed by this gets moved to another spawn zone. So that might be a good thing, but she's going to put the Molotov in her backpack. She's got 1 action remaining. She's just going to move back. Here she has the Winchester for sniping ability. I know, very long range. Alright, let's see who else is going to go next. I think we're going to zoom up here, and I think we're going to have Tom going next. Alright, I think we're still going to try to gear up a little bit. We're going to have Tom go next. He has got a flaming torch. He's going to go 1, 2. Everyone's in zombicide mode, of course, so he can search for a ranged weapon. So let's see what he finds. I know we need to search the house, but I really want to gear up better. He finds a Smith & Wesson Model 10. 0 to 1 rolls 1 die, hits on a 3+, doing 1 damage. Okay, it's not bad. At least it's a ranged weapon. That was his 3 actions. Not the greatest weapon, but better, I guess, than nothing. He has a torch now and a Smith & Wesson. So that's cool. That's Tom going. Up next, we do have, keeping in mind, we have Helen with a machete down here, and we have Ben with a sawed-off shotgun. If you combine those two things, you can end up with Ma's shotgun. So I think we're going to try and do that. Alright, so we are going to have Ben going next. He's going to go 1, 2. So he's going to move in here with Helen, and for his 3rd and final action, he is going to take the machete from Helen and combine it with the sawed-off shotgun, which is really cool. So basically, you discard, along with the sawed-off shotgun, the survivor receives Ma's shotgun, and it says discard machete. So these two, Ben basically combines them to make a Ma's shotgun. So let's take a look at Ma's shotgun. So he jury-rigs this thing together, and this is awesome. So it takes shells. So if you used it as range, you could have 0 to 1, rolls 2 dice, hits on a 3+, doing 2 damage a hit. That's awesome. Or if you use it as a melee weapon, 0 range, roll 1 die, hits on a 3+, does 2, and it's a reload. So may not be used. Oh, may not be used in Romero mode. Ooh, okay, that's not good, but boy, is it ever good outside Romero mode. But he does have a tire iron as well, so not the end of the world. Alright, that's the end of Ben going. So we still have Harry sitting here in the supply shop. We have Barbara up here. She's got an Uzi and a torch. We also have Helen to go as well. Helen now just has the claw hammer. So let me think about this, and we'll come back. Alright, so Helen is going to go next, and because she just has a claw hammer now, she is going to go, and she has +1 free search action on zombicide mode. I forgot about that, but now I've remembered it, so this is good to know. So she's going to go 1 move in here. Her second action is going to be a free search action, so she gets to freely search for something. Yeah, she finds another machete. I guess she knew where the machete stash is. She has 2 actions remaining. I think she's going to go, actually 1 action here, and I think she might stay there. She doesn't have a ranged weapon, but we do have Tom here with a Smith & Wesson. So I think for her third final action, she's going to open the door to the outside so she can see what is going to be spawning out there. And then that will allow at least Tom to shoot through the open door if he has to. That's the plan. So she's got the machete, the claw hammer. She has boards in her backpack as well. Okay, we have 2 players remaining. We have Barbara and we have Harry. So let's think about what we want to do with these guys. Alright, Harry is sitting in the warehouse here, in the little storage room. He's found a chainsaw, but he's like, you know what? I think there's more stuff in here. So he's going to go ahead. He is going to go ahead. Oh boy, we got to search the house. I like getting the good weapons. Well, his first action, he's going to search again in the storage room. And he finds an axe. He's all about the nastiness. So it's 0 range, rolls 1 die, hits a 4 plus, does 2 damage. He's going to... Basically, that is the same. Is that the same? That's exactly the same stats as the crowbar. So he's just going to go ahead and put that in his backpack. He might be able to give that to... I think giving that to Ben would be the best idea. So yeah, he's going to do that. So that's his first action. His second action is he's going to move in here. His third action, he's going to say, hey Ben, you want this lovely axe that I found? And so he does an exchange action with Ben. Ben's going to take the crowbar and he's going to... Actually, he's going to discard the crowbar. Just get rid of it because this is way better. It's exactly the same thing, but it has 2 damage on a hit instead of 1. So now we've got Ben with a Maz shotgun and an axe. So he's geared up nicely. And that's it for Harry. 3 of them down here together. He's got the chainsaw, the crowbar. Up last we have Barbara. She's got an Uzi and a torch. She's up in the north. So let's see what we want to do with Barbara. They're coming for you, Barbara. So, Barbara is going to be up last. And again, we're all in zombie-side mode. Do I want her to do a search? A house search? Oh, boy. You know, or she could go back in here and get another ranged weapon. Ooh, nope. We're going to live a little bit dangerously. Her first action, she's going to go ahead and do a house search because we have to get through this deck. If this is a relative, at least she has an Uzi and a torch. So it is a scope. Okay. So she finds a scope. Discard a long Winchester 94. The survivor receives a scoped Winchester. May be used in the backpack. So that's her first action. She finds a scope. Alright. Can't put the scope on the Uzi though. Wouldn't do any good. She has 2 actions remaining. So let me think about what we want to do with her. Alright, I think Barbara's going to take her final 2 actions and go 1 and 2 and move down here with Judy. Because maybe next episode she can give Judy the scope and then Judy can make a scoped Winchester out of it. It'll give you the sniper ability, but will give anybody the sniper ability, which Judy already has, so she doesn't necessarily need a scoped Winchester. Maybe she'll give it to Barbara and then maybe we'll get some different weapons exchanged. Again, this is kind of the calm before the storm. You have to make sure there's no ghouls inside the house at the end of all player characters' turns, which is right now. And so far, there are no... 1, 2, 3. So there's no ghouls in the house. So we're going to zoom out. There's going to be ghouls taking their turn. And I don't know, this is a tense game. It's kind of strategic, but we've geared up pretty good. But we do have to make sure we never have a ghoul inside the house. And the only ghouls we have are up here in the spawn area. And so the 3 fatties, again, are going to try to make their way to this door. They don't break barricades or anything, so they're just shambling along, trying to get into the house somehow. And then the breaker is going to move 1 space to here, so that there's no windows or doors to open or smash, and there's no windows or doors here, so it's just going to move here next time. All good, I think. All good, I think. Alright, that's it. So now we're going to get into the spawning. We're going to go down here to this spawn point first and get to it. Everybody's in the blue zone. We didn't have too much action this time, but we did some more searching, some more gearing up. We've got to get through that house deck, and we're going to have to start doing it very soon. Alright, so our first spawn zone is right here, and we have lots of spawn cards. We're in the blue, so not too concerned. We get a breaker. Okay, well, breaker, you're going to be probably shot by Judy next time. We have another breaker. So a lot of breakers are showing up here. The door's already open, but if the breaker did activate, we didn't get rid of it, he would bust open this barricade. So there's that. Alright, up to the north for our next spawn point. Alright, way up in the north corner, we have another spawn point. We're in the blue zone. What do we get in that spawn point? Whoa! Throwing things around. Slipped right out of my hand. We have 3 walkers. Ooh, okay. Okay, things are heating up. I'm going to grab 3 walkers, and they are going to show up. So there's a lot of ghouls starting from up in this top corner, which not terrible because they're outside the house and there's no open access points for them. Although we do have a breaker who might break our window open down there, so that could get ugly. We have 1 spawn point remaining. Let's do it and see what we get. And our final spawn point is just outside the house here. We do have the door open now, which is good because we have Tom with a Smith & Wesson who might be able to shoot something that shows up. And what do we have? We get a single walker. All right, we get a single walker. That's not awful. So the single walker shows up here, and that's going to end off our episode for today. So I'm going to zoom out. We're going to have a look and see what's going on. All right, and there's the situation. At the end of our episode today, we have Judy and we have Barbara here in this main room with 1 breaker outside the open door. That shouldn't be a problem. Judy's got the Winchester. She can probably pop him off. And Barbara's got an Uzi, so she can also riddle the breaker with bullets if we want. We have 3 fatties on the way. Don't really like that, but we do have, of course, we do have Judy with a Molotov. So if they get here and there's a ton of ghouls here, she can just Molotov them. Of course, that might knock us over into the yellow zone, which will get worse spawns. Not good. But breaker up here, 3 more walkers, another walker there. So far, I think, so good. So here we are. Yeah. So just to recap, so we have Tom, the Smith & Wesson, revolver, a torch. We have the machete and a claw hammer for Helen. Chainsaw and a crowbar for Harry sitting here. We have Judy with their Winchester and a torch. We have Barbara with her Uzi and a torch. And we have Tom sitting up here with a Smith & Wesson. No, he's the one with the Smith & Wesson. What am I talking about? We have the Maj shotgun is what we have for Ben. Tom up here has got the Smith & Wesson pistol. Maybe he'll be able to do a search next time, grab another ranged weapon. I don't know. We're going to see what happens in the next episode because we have to keep them at bay. Once again, we have this pile to get through, and there's probably a good, just under 20 more searches we have to do. And of course, when you do searches, you do end up getting relatives, and we have to get rid of them. All right, thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. It really helps out my channel. Appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow for the continuation of Night of the Living Dead Scene 2.